Today I'm going to show you how to use gesture recognizers on your iPhone applications. So select Xcode, create a new Xcode project. We're going to use single view application and click next. Our product name will be gesture recognizer tutorial. Device will be iPhone. I'm going to use a storyboard and use automatic reference counting. And then create. And in our storyboard will be pretty simple. So I'm just gonna change the let's see. I'm just gonna change the background to orange, and we're just gonna have one label in here. That's all that we need. The purpose of the label will be to tell us what kind of gesture we have just done on our iPhone. I'm going to show you how to do the gesture recognizer in a couple of ways. The first way will be to add the tap gesture recognizer directly onto your storyboard. So here I'm going to click and drag it on here, and then this thing shows up saying tap gesture recognizer. So now we need to make our necessary connections. That's it for our storyboard. So in order to make the connections, just click your label, control drag it onto our view controller header file. I'm gonna call this display label, and click on your tap gesture recognizer, control drag it onto your view controller header file also. And connection type will be an action, and the name I'm gonna call it single tap recognize. There. Type will be ID. Don't forget to make the connection an action. Just click connect, and from there we can go to our implementation file and start doing stuff. So in our single tap recognize method, that gets called when a single tap is recognized. So we're gonna say self display label, set text, and we're gonna say single tap recognize. Alright, and it's as simple as that. Let's run it on our iPhone simulator, and well, I hope that works. Alright, waiting for our simulator to load up. There it is. Okay, single tap recognize. That's good. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to do it in a different way where we can directly add it on to our code. So in our view did load, we can say UI gesture recognizer. I'm going to call this one double tap gesture. Okay, double tap gesture equals UI gesture recognizer alloc init with target, and I'm going to, the target will be self. The action will be the method that gets called when a double tap is recognized. So I'm gonna say our action will be at selector double tap recognize. Okay, that's that. And for double tap gesture, we have to say double tap gestures set let me see, double tap gesture, forgot the method name, set double tap UI, oh, not UI gesture recognizer, UI tap gesture recognizer. There we go. This one will also be UI tap gesture recognizer. Alright, now the method should auto complete for us. Set number of taps required. That's the method name. Sorry about that. So this one is not a UI gesture recognizer, it's a UI tap gesture recognizer. And the number of taps required will be 2. And in the end, say self.view add gesture recognizer, and add gesture recognizer, double tap gesture. And now we need to define our double tap recognize method. So I'm going to copy, Control C, and in the method we'll return a void, and that's our method name, double tap recognize, Control V there. So this name is the same as this name, and when the double tap gets recognized, which is here, number of taps required 2, you're gonna say self display label set text double tap recognize. Alright, so again, run it on our simulator, and okay, there. One tap is single tap recognize. I'm gonna double tap now. Double tap recognize, single tap recognize, double tap recognize. Okay, so it works perfectly. And let me show you. I will do one more kind of gesture. This one will be a swipe gesture. So UI swipe gesture recognizer. I'm gonna call this one swipe left equals UI swipe gesture recognizer alloc init with target. Target will be self. Action will be, I'm gonna call it swipe recognize. Okay, and here we have to say swipe left, and we're gonna set direction. The direction will be UI swipe gesture recognizer direction left. Alright, let's have a left direction, and let's and then have a right direction also. But I'm gonna add it to my view first. So self.view add gesture recognizer swipe left, and do the same thing for the right swipe. UI swipe gesture recognizer swipe right equals UI swipe gesture recognizer alloc init with target, and target is self. Action is gonna be the same method name at selector swipe recognize. Oops. Okay, and again we're gonna say swipe right set directions, UI swipe gesture recognition direction recognizer direction right, and self.view add gesture recognizer swipe right. Alright, and then now all we need to do is define this method, and then the method's basically gonna say like whether the swipe is a swipe left or swipe right. So void method name is swipe recognize, and here I'm gonna have an if else statement. So if actually, well, in order to do this we should pass in there, do that, and then that'll take an argument. So swipe recognize, it's gonna take a UI swipe gesture recognizer, and it's gonna, I'm just gonna call it swipe direction. Okay, so add the colon here, and add another colon, and then say UI swipe gesture recognizer swipe direction, and if swipe direction equals UI swipe gesture recognition direction left, UI tap gesture recognizer, well, it's not swipe direction, I'm just gonna call it swipe. Alright, swipe dot direction equals UI gesture recognizer direction left, and I'm gonna say self display label set text @ swipe left recognize. All right, and or else if swipe dot direction equals UI swipe gesture recognizer direction right, and then self display label set text @ swipe right recognize. Okay, and let's run it on our simulator and let's hope that it works. Okay, so again, single tap, double tap still works. So now I'm gonna swipe left. There, swipe left, recognize, and now I'm gonna swipe to the right. Swipe right, swipe left, swipe right, double tap, single tap. Alright, everything seems to be working. So that's the end of this tutorial. Sorry about the confusion a little bit earlier. So again, the little change that I made at the end is a swipe recognize, add a colon here. That just tells that the method takes in an argument, one argument, and the argument is this right here, the UI swipe gesture recognizer, and the name is swipe, and to get the direction we just call it swipe dot direction and compare it to the direction which is left or direction which is the right, and then we change our display label according to that. And you can also do this for like swipe up and swipe down. There's also other gesture recognizer that if you want to play with it, there's the rotation, the pinch, the pan. So hopefully from this will be a good basis to start, and then you'll have a pretty easy time playing with the other gesture recognizer. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.